Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, the Lost Chevalier, and you're welcome back to the Fermi Paradox. Let's see the Prune Sleeper Fleet development. Prune Knowledge. During the centuries-long journey of the Prune Sleeper Fleet, the onboard computer is able to collect a vast amount of data about the galaxy. After careful analysis, the astroscientist makes some outstanding observations. The universal storyboard of the night sky is regarded around the globe, and in this way similar cosmologies and metaphors arise, and these elements of myth are contained in the seeds of all developed sciences up to the present. Wolfgang Hotzke, German philosopher, 21st century CE Sol system, so it's rather new. Oh, the fleet is not even out of the system yet. They have 204 years of think, the population is 1.9 billion, digital age, and they're still advancing. Potential casualties. Oh, they added this thing is new in order to don't have the plus school and the minus school, so that's the thing. Hard potential is only 7%, and ethical values are almost utopia, completely utopia. Well, they can go for main objective is impossible. The observations challenge the entire scientific model of the prawn, so everybody on the prawn sleeper fleets began working hard to reach the new insights. We can't go for that one. Actually, we can for some weird reason. No, we can't. It's grayed out. Oh, we can. I don't know. The observer data allows Prune to deeper their understanding of the universe, or their end. The astroscientists argue for many years over how to interpret the data, and can't settle on any explanations. I have regular quantity of synthesis. I can go for regular development. Yeah, more science. I will not choose the minus resources. That leads to absolute death. They have no growth because they're in space, obviously. And why is always someone die? They could put another thing in. They could put that like a prone scientist make an astonishing discovery rather than everybody die. Sleeper Fleet officers takes over system maintenance. Good for them. Oh yeah, only rock remains. Minus these. They could have to put a skull, but let's take the synthesis rather. Oh, 96 synthesis? I don't remember having that much. Prune starboard groups. Consumption in Glies. They have like 7 million years of things. To provide the prune with industrial meat products, their starboard groups raise livestock in safe factories, farming complexes all over the globe. Furthermore, the meat animals emit massive amounts of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere of Glies Sea. Domesticated chicken and cattle may well be an evolutionary success story, but they are also among the most miserable creatures that ever lived. Yuval Noah Harari is Israeli historian, 21st century CE, Sol system. That sounds like a book I want to read. What are my options? Prevention. They have like 5,000 years. They can go for massive consumption. Prevention. The prune change their food consumption habits within a generation to a completely plant-based diet. No. Global meat industry. The starved groups of Glies start to tax meat products, turning them into luxury goods. But the taste of the privilege for animal products still leads to relatively high energy and land consumption, or massive consumption. Meat consumption is a central part of the prune consumer culture, and the meat lobby has a massive influence on the starved groups of Glies. Let's go for regular development. I don't want the prevention. It's too costly, and they have enough resources to last 5,000 years. What is 1,000 years less? They are good. Generation of dead organisms turn to fusel fuel in Regal 7. More peace. Yeah, potential casualties go low. Let me go out of here. Oh, what is that? Why is that there? Stop it. Get out of the screen. Get out of the screen. There we go. At least I managed to. What happened? Why am I here? Go back. There we go. The other can't Can't what? 1033. They are advancing slowly. Hunter is an honorable title among the Odo. Even though their profession has died out with the eradication of wild beasts, the skill attributes to hunters have risen to mythical proportions. The few hunters still left protect their title at all costs by only passing on these skills to their offspring. Other Reach Development Event. Other Reaches Power in Tau Ceti. For centuries, the Odo has been thinking about gunpowder. The volatile mixture previously grazed battlefields in unstable flamethrowers and simple incendiary projectiles, often burning friend and foe in equal measure. But now, as they refine their weaponry, cannons deliver long-range damage more effectively, and advanced grenades and gunpowder muskets stand poised to change the nature of war on Tau Ceti 3 forever. The smell of gunpowder is sweeter to me than all the perfumes of Arabia. Julius II, Catholic Pope, 50th century CE Sol System. Julius, what the hell have you been saying? Absolute power, regular development, or prevention? Prevention. Miscalculations in the composition of gunpowder lead to many accidents and premature explosions. With such unreliable weapons, the Odo don't level up their warfare at this time. Or regular development, advanced gunpowder weapons put individual Odo in charge of tremendous force, triggering an explosion in military power or absolute power. Potentates recognize the importance of this new technology and pour riches upon the gunsmith masters to ensure further innovation as they set their aim on global dominance. Let's go for this one. 6.3 million casualties. We can take them to Utopia a little more, just in case, so they don't go to war. More science, please. They're in the nautical age, they can go a little further. And the humans inhabiting the system, it's already go there. They have no knowledge of other civilizations, that's what they say. How is my fleet? My sleeper fleet? They're doing great. More resources. Just in case. No, resources, I learned the hard way that those are important. These guys are beautiful. In the Odo nautical age, armies with powerful muskets disseminate those without. They opened the doors to conquest and colonization for those who possess the key, a mastery of firearms. Every hunter still left protect their title at all costs by only passing... I don't know why you say that, but let's go to the bronze slipper fleet. We have a development. Prune knowledge. What, do they found another thing? During the centuries-long journey of the Prune Sleeper Fleet, the onboard computer is able to collect a vast amount of data about the galaxy. After careful analysis, the astroscience makes some standard observations. I already have this one, and I choose regular development, and I will keep going that way because it doesn't cost me anything and makes them go further down the line. No, I will not trigger less population for them. No, I will not going to risk it. I will keep collecting things. I will have to see the amount of resources they have when I pass over them, along with the population, all the other data. Because that's important, you know. For example, if I want to see if I need more of something. Oh, Bronze Sleeper, new technological age. Bronze Sleeper fleet has reached another age. With rapid advancement in artificial intelligence and technological and augmented prawn, the crew of the Prune Sleeper fleet undergoes drastic change and researches new milestones in science, engineering, and the arts. Our ancestors live on their dormant swamp planet with barely the technological tools to survive as a space-faring civilization. But with their first interstellar field, the Qual created the unique cyber tentacles that made them famous and feared all over the galaxy. Kilia of the Qual, Immortal Space Scavenger, 544059 after the Exodus, unknown location. They can go for power. The sleeper crew prioritizes military power, creating new tools for defense and space combat. The fear of yet unknown alien enemies inspires dreams of interstellar conquest. Advancement. The Prune Sleeper fleet focuses on innovation and engineer. This includes finding the balance between consumption and resource preservation, advancing the technological of their barge and exploring the galaxy. Or wisdom. Crossing into the realm of AI, the Prune now have the ability to vastly improve their society and facilitate communication with faraway beings. However, new technologies present great risk as well, so a little extra wisdom can hurt. Let's go for wisdom. So they have a startup in everything. Technology and ethical wise. More resources, please. Prune started the growth development event. What happened? Oh, no. 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 I have been saving for this! The global temperature of Gliesarians rises dramatically, exacerbated by greenhouse gas emissions from the Prune. The impending climate collapse may mean the end of their species. The future of all coming generations rests on your shoulders. What you do now, we children can't undo in the future. Greta Thunberg, environmental activist, 21st century soul system. Oh no. Luckily for me, close call can be called. Minimal survivors will make basically everything go fuck. Everything is bad. The measures taken to reduce climate change are insufficient. Vast landscapes turn to desert and many cities are swallowed by the rising seas. Complete extinction. The climate catastrophe destroys all agriculture. The sea levels rise drastically and massive storms wreak havoc on Gliesarians. Society collapses and the prunes soon go extinct. Close call. Coordinated efforts to reduce greenhouse gas emissions mitigate the climate effects before the point of no return. Let's go for that one. 3 degrees. That's the name of your event. Okay, I have basically invested a lot on you, Prune. So make me feel proud. No, we didn't going to make you have more people. You have already 45% growth. More science! Yeah, science is going fast, boy. It's going really fast. And we have a winner! New technological era. The Prune reached the Cyber Age. With rapid advances in artificial intelligence and technological augmentation, the civilization undergoes drastic changes and reached a new milestone. Perfect. Now, what are you gonna do with this new knowledge? 60. Cost a lot. I think I will go for advancement. The Prune focus on innovations in engineer. This includes finding the balance between consumption and resource preservation, advancing the infrastructure of their megacities, and exploring the galaxy beyond Glies. I have already done that with a lot of effort. More resources that will last 8,200 years. It's going down drastically. Other reaches development event. What happened? Growth in Tau Ceti. One of the continents of Tau Ceti 3 is barely settled by the other. Now they are able to cross the ocean with huge sailing ships and colonize the new lands. I have come to believe that this is a mighty continent which was hitherto unknown. Christopher Columbus, Italian explorer, cities into the solar system. Okay, what did you find? What are you gonna do? They can go for civilization pillar, regular development, or dead end. The first settlements are miserably, and the settlers do not survive. After many failed colonization attempts, the other believe that the land is cursed and give up. Regular event, the continent is overwhelmed by the other who dominantly take over. Or civilization fire. The continent is fertile, the inhabitants welcoming, and the newcomers respectful. The cultures of the other merge together peacefully. I could go for this one, but I'd rather go for regular development because I don't want them to grow too much and basically screw themselves. So we're gonna go for this one. This should take the resources down a bunch. And I still have things to invest when these guys reach Frogstar. That's what I want to do. Sleeper fleet is almost 2 stars. Perfect. There's still a lot of eras to uncover. Like a lot. Destination reach. Prune Sleeper fleet, good! Prune arriving Frogstar. After arriving in the Frogstar system, the Prune Sleeper fleet lands on planet Frogstar 1 and the Sleeper crew builds a rudimentary settlement. To adapt to the harsh environment, the Prune have cybernetic systems integrated in their bodies, allowing them to breathe the toxic air and become better hazard-resistant pioneers. The cyborg will not recognize the Garden of Eden. It is not made of mud and cannot dream of returning to dust. A cyber manifesto by Donna Haraway, American professor, 20th century CE, Sol System. Good! They reached the destination! Perfect success! I can go for that one. The pioneers merged their bodies completely with advanced cybernetic systems, letting them wander around freely on Frogstar 1. They established a flourishing society of machine-enhanced prawn, or travel development. Resources are scarce in the Frogstar system, so only a few prawn were selected on frontier pioneers. They explored Frogstar 1 with their new fully cybernetic enhanced bodies, while the rest of the colony stagnates in enclosed bases. Or total failure. The cybernetic filter system implemented into the body of every prawn only works superficially and failed to detect a hiding toxin. Within a year, the entire population of the colony perishes. No, I have enough resources, I have enough thing, I can go for this one. It will give me more people, more science, and a lot more resources. And they have resource scarcity that years. Yeah, we can totally go for this one. Let's go! Yeah, welcome! You have a new planet now. A huge brown gas giant, the night sky of the swamp moon of Frogstar 1. Good! The other reach a new technological age. Good for them! The industrial age. Welcome to the industrial age, men, women, whatever you are. Study electricity, steam power, and all of that. Perfect. And you will go for power. The other focus their effort on designing tanks, bomber planes, and simple automatic weapons for increased leverage against their enemies. Naval warfare also gets industrialized. We will go for this one because I want the synthesis. So we will go for that one. Sorry, Odo, but you will survive. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about a thing. You will survive. Prune Cyber Colony. Oh, you say something about that. Oh, there it is. Resource scarcity, but I didn't say anything. Prune Cyber Civilization. Paradigm shift in Frogstar. What the hell? Oh, this is so funny. What is he doing there? I love it. Far away from Gliesarians, the Creo colonists of the Frogstar system do not see themselves as a colony of the Prune anymore. They will farm a new civilization based on their own principles and values. If you took the most ardent revolutionary, vested him in absolute power, within a year he will be worse than the Tsar himself. Mikhail Bakunin, Russia anarchist, 19th century CE Sol System. What do they want to do? Show me. Cultural ascent will cost me a lot. I can't even see what it is. Resources exhausted in 84 years. They can't go for cultural expansion. The spirit of the original Sleeper crew who came to Frogstar with the Sleeper fleet is strong among the Creo colonies. Their mission to explore and populate the galaxy is fundamental to the new Prawn, who call themselves as Sleepers. Cultural design. Idealizing the ancient traditions and value on Gliesarians, the Cryo colonists call themselves Gliesarians. They want to establish a better and stronger version of Prawn civilization with colonial soldiers serving as its backbone. We're gonna need to go for that one or they are all going to die. So the Utopia went down a bunch. They went down a bunch, but they still have resources for 84 years. They need to have less people, urgently. Their technology is rising really fast. At least. Please tell me they die. Oh no. Go to serve the Gliesarian colonies. Damn it. Minus population, yes. A territory that is Prune Frogstar system is won by an army of Gliesarian colony soldiers. Manufacture new assault rifles to keep the colony soldiers of the Gliesar factions. Blue Starboard conglomerates development event. What happened? Gliesar sending signals into space. Oh good. Technological sophisticated and very bored users of the global cybernet of Gliesarians found a way to generate so much traffic they could send disturbing meme and nihilistic message to the stars. If the garbage of these basement geckos is ever received by external life forms, the only thing I expect for them is a swarm of automated neutral warheads aimed directly at our home planet. Digital Dust, Ryonia Net Jockey, Time Stage 770, Kepler System. Oh, the memes. I could go for signal boost or regular signal. Trolls send their signal towards Frogstar before the rest of Trinity can convince them of the risk. Signal boost. Trolling is fun, so a barrage of confusing and contradictory memes emanates in all directions. Silent. Scared of offending potential alien civilization, Cybernet users organize themselves to purge the network of trolls. Let's go for silence just to have more synthesis. Or I could go for regular. I will go for regular actually. Let them have a signal at least. It's going to Gliesarian factions, so they're going to receive message from home. Gliesarian factions new technological era. The Gliesarian reached the Solar Age. Overcoming previous limits of propulsion and engineering, Gliesarians are now able to build ships capable of exploring and colonizing their own solar system. Advancements AR are will to escort them on their journey, while mastering of genetic engineers allow Gliesarians and their crops to adapt to the new colony. To read about cities and huge industrial enterprises and really successful colonization, you can imagine what it might have been like, what Mars ought to be like. Philip K. Dick, American science fiction writer, 20th century CE Sol System. They need more resources, so we are going to go for advancing. Techniques are developed to allow terraforming and colony construction in even the harshest environment in the Frogstar system, or we could go for wisdom. Orbital space labs develop tech to allow Gliestar to expand even further into the cosmos, or power. A fleet of city-sized battleships patrol the Frogstar system to ensure that colonies remain loyal to the government on Frogstar 1. Let's go for advancement, they need the resources. Yeah, there we go. There we go, 63 more years. Perfect. Anyway, let me see the time I have been playing. I can still be playing a little more. An influential prune community executive rise to power in Gliesarians. A freak mutation creates an unusual life form in the land of region of Kepler 4. Other regions. We can go for this one. Ethic value decrease. Damn it. An ambitious front development. What happened with the other regions? A great war threatens Tau Ceti. They're still in the nautical area. No, they are in the industrial area. The suppressed worker class of Tau Ceti 3 organized a social revolution to overthrow the current ruling factions. The powerful military forces of the suppressor immediately worked to put down the armed rebellion. Freedom in capitalist society always remained about the same as it was in the ancient Greek republics. Freedom for the slave owners. Vladimir Lenin, Russian revolutionary, 20th century CE Sol System. Regular conflict, peace, or total war. Peace will most solely sympathize with the cause and effects of the revolutionary armies. Tau Ceti 3 is overthrown overnight by the worker revolution. Regular conflict, the workers liberate some of the nations on Tau Ceti 3 but are brutally defeated in other regions of the planet. Or total war. The revolt is crushed with massive force. The survived workers start a desperate guerrilla campaign against the suppressor, trapped in an endless cycle of gruesome retaliatory strikes and violent uprising. The development of countless poison gases destroy all Odo and their entire environment. Oh Jesus! 64.70.4 million casualties. Let's go for peace. International Workers' Revolution, and it's done with that one. Hey, Utopia. Music albums, cool. There goes the memes. And here is the rock and roll. But here goes the memes! Knowledge increase. Oh, is this pause? So the game... Oh, I see. The game is... Well, at last I understand it. The game is real time, but it pauses every time a flare is activated. So, if I click this, time will follow. Perfect, now I understand. Starved Conglomerate Development Event. What happened now? Gliese is building spaceships. Again? A powerful megacorporation on Gliese is betting on long-term future profits from the founding of an interstellar colony. They construct a spaceship capable of housing many employees to exploit the Wormwood system for profit. Wielding Better Worlds, mod of the Wayland Yutani Corporation Alien science fiction movie 20th Century CE Soul System. Of course, Wielding Better Worlds. We can go for Epic Project. It will cost me 50. The stock of the mega corporation rise enormously, so they can afford to control Gliese sea market and create an entire fleet, bringing half of the prune population to Wormwood. A regular development. The corporate spaceship launches successfully and leaves Gliese sea. Since it will take a century before any profits are expected, the mega corporation goes bankrupt after the market loses interest. On that end, competing mega corporations are able to hire away important scientists, control the resource market, and finally end the project by industrial sabotage. Let's go for Epic Project, because I want them to keep expanding everywhere. Perfect. No, they will not grow more people. No, it's not permitted. They are going to Wormwood, so up there. And if I'm not mistaken, they have less people now. So that's okay. I can have minus of these. I can have minus of these. They are not going to war anytime soon. They are almost Utopia. Gliesarian Dominions. Resource crisis. Oh, I forgot about you! Asteroid fuels are becoming scarce in the Frogstar system. The effects of colonial consumption brought the Gliesarian civilization to a breaking point. While they are dealing with the resource scarcity, will the Dominions find ways to prevent the complete exhaustion of the environment, or will they turn against each other? Oh, please tell me I can pick the one up there. Nope, I can't, so a crisis it is. Or just a war. Minus people, minus resources. Or a crisis. Chance of facility 38% of chances. Oh, I can go for a crisis. They should be able to. Mitigation in Frogstar. The infrastructure of Gliesarian society is falling apart because asteroid fields are becoming scarce. Many technology advances are not sustained anymore. Research space stations are left behind and the people of Frogstar are trading knowledge for survival. If the Navigator Guild can't fuel their lamps, can't wield new exploration frigates, and can't feed the guild master with exotic prey, the entire system will collapse and we will slowly lose all of the wisdom that was ripped out of Vega by our ancestors. Yin Looper, Worm-Face Navigator, 26th breeding period, Vega system. So what are the options? Strong mitigation, regular mitigation, or technological decay. Progress us to the Cyber Age, or we can go the asteroid ore crisis through the Gliesarian to complete development shock. Within a short time, they lose all the technological knowledge of their fusion engines. Our fusion engines are now busy keeping Gliesarian society from falling apart with the little asteroid ore that they have left. The next generation will be more capable of living with scarcity, but a lot of technological advances will be lost. Let's go for a strong mitigation of scarcity. It will take us a little out, but they will have resources for 300 years. I call that a win. And we just get it to 400. And just a little less Utopia because I am needing the synthesis. So they will go not in the Utopia direction, but luckily for us, the whole thing will work out correctly. A noble class of energy rifles is manufactured in the Gliesarians. Prune corporate fleet. Prune enlightenment. The Chief Executive Officer of the Prune Corporate Fleet has much idle time during the Enterprise toward Wormwood and starts to question the mission and the motivations of the Prom. Will the Chief Executive Officer Observation of Inner Space convince the sleeper personnel to change course? People will do anything, no matter how absurd, in order to avoid facing their own souls. One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. Carl Gustav Jung, Swiss psychologist, 20th century CE, Soul System. We have a lot of Soul System quotes, but Soul System is not a thing anymore. Regular development, Civilization Pillar, or Dead End. This will increase the Utopia. I have already read this in the demo, so I will go for a Dead End in order to have more synthesis. Nobody can doubt the noble mission of the Prone Corporated Fleet, not even its Chief Executive Officer. One day, security guards appear on the bridge and arrest the traitor of Prunity. More synthesis! More synthesis, please. I need 60 at least. No, more synthesis. I need 60 synthesis at least to end this episode. You can give me something negative, I will take it. No. Well, there we go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. This is all the time I have for today. Thank you very much everybody for watching. I hope you have a blast. I was the Lost Chevalier, signing out. Bye bye. This galaxy is getting crowded.